name is John Byrne. I'm the pastor of student ministries at the Rock of Southwest, and you are here at ymtheology.com. Thanks for stopping by. This coming Sunday, September 12th, I will be debating Marvin Strauss. He is co-founder of the Boulder Atheists and part of the Colorado Coalition for Reason. He is an atheist, and we will be debating on the question, does God exist? And so I invite you to come on by. It's going to be at Metropolitan State College, Aurora campus, and in Tivoli at 6 p.m. on September 12th. You know, you might be asking, why do a debate? Why even bother? I'm not going to convince Marvin. That's probably true. I might not convince most of the people in the room. So why do it? There's a few reasons for it. Number one, I want people who do follow Christ, who do love Jesus already, to understand that their faith is not simply based on some kind of myth or fable, but we have good, solid reasoning for believing that God exists, and that our faith in God is valid. Number two, there might be some people who have some questions, and maybe look at religion in general as some kind of belief system to make people feel good about themselves or whatever the case might be. And hopefully there will be some of those there, and they will begin to see that it is not simply a belief system that has to do with morality, but instead it is something that has to do with reality. That is, God really does exist, and if He does exist, and if we have good reason to believe He does, then we should have certain thoughts, certain ways of doing things in our life, and that should have implications in how we live. And if He does not, the same is true. There should be certain implications in our life and how we live. Third group of people is this: people who are skeptics, who maybe are atheists, but haven't heard all the arguments. They haven't heard all the evidence, and hopefully they will come and they will begin, and maybe we'll just get a rock in their shoe. Maybe they'll just begin to ask some questions and begin to think, I wonder about this, or I wonder about that, or I need to think through this particular issue more. And so hopefully my desire is that those three groups of people will be there, and that they will be impacted in that way. And I know our high school and college students will be there as well, and they'll be hearing that God does exist and that we have good reason to believe that He exists. And so if you're thinking, gosh, I'd really like to do that, I'd really like to have a debate in my area, maybe for my students or something like that, I want to encourage you to explore that option. There are lots of people around who will do that. Maybe you should do it. Maybe if you're a pastor or a student leader, a leader of students, then maybe you should think about taking on a debate like this and actually going out and having your students watch you go out into the marketplace so that they understand that in their classroom, in their places of work, that they can say, hey, I have a good reason to believe this. And I am not just some weirdo, some psycho, some freak. But instead, I've thought this through well. And I have good reasons to follow God and to follow Jesus. So hopefully you guys will be there. If not, watch online. We'll have the video up soon afterwards. See you there.